Hello, it's Clark Noah here. Well, welcome back today in our another tutorial. I'm so excited to have you back. Last time we had to look at many things to do with browsing, checking out information, the search terms you have to use when you're looking for something. Well, today I'm so excited that we are going to have our first lesson and we are using Premiere Pro. We are beginning with most of the basics, everything to do with the different tools you have to use, creating a project, saving, navigating around the menus, the different windows. Well, just know that by the end of this lesson, you would have learned all that. I'm so excited. I'm hyped up. Let me hope you are hyped up. Let me hope you are hyped up and you are really ready to learn something new today. Thank you. So I will be launching my software here. Let me just make sure everything is the way I want it. Sorry for a crazy desktop here. I never organize stuff. So go to Launchpad. I launch my Premiere Pro. Yeah. Sometimes depending on the machine you are using, you have to give it time. If it doesn't open instantly, just give it a little time. Yeah, so it will be like, if you open it, it will be like this. I don't know which version you have, but mostly any version you have, it will have such terms like new project, open project. And then for me, I want to go up here. You see file, edit, this menu. It's a really important menu. So with file, you will find many submenus: new project, open team project, open recent project, convert Premiere, clip project, and then there are other parts that are grayed out, but that's just because we haven't yet opened the project. And then clip, sequence, makers, graphics, view, window, help. So this menu is basically for navigating around different things you will want to do in the project. So before we open a new project, we're just going to go and create a folder. Create a folder that we are going to be using, and that folder will contain most of our project files that we want, the footage that we are going to be editing, the sound, most of them. So we are going to be editing a video of one of the artists called Trek Official. So I already have the footage in this folder. I just have to find the audio file. I like to put most of the footage in the folder. Let's say footage. What is this? So I'll get all these clips and put them in that one folder. Then I'll just come and get the sound, the audio file. It's always good that you use a mastered version of the file. I just wanted to just have to copy it. Use the wave version of the song. I guess that's it. So I have my audio file here and then I have my clips here. So I'll go back to Premiere Pro. So when I create new project, this is where the project name is supposed to go. So here at the project name, I can basically say, let me come here and copy. I copy the name on the song. I just remove this. And then this part is so important. So I want to find a location that I really know. And remember, I told you, you first create a project folder. So when I come here, I'll just browse and I know where my folder is. That's the folder that I'll go and find. And then still in that folder, I want to make sure that I create a folder for the project. And after I'll choose that location, and then the rest of the things really have importance, but at this part I just want to skip all of them and just go to OK. I hit OK and then the project is there. So now when you open this the first time, you might not know where to begin from or where to go, just like any other person who is using something for the first time. But actually this thing is not that so much complicated. If you see it my way, it's just something that is straightforward. As you look at it, there is a project window, project, and actually that's the first thing that will be selected when you open Premiere Pro. By the way, when you first open Premiere Pro, there will be another window in this space that will be showing you how to learn many things. But of course, for me, I don't have it because I already closed that. So here, I want to just show you let's make a quick run through in the things you will need most. First of all, I would not like to confuse you with a lot of information. This is the project window. This part here is mostly for the project. This is where you will import most of your footage. Media browser, you can browse your computer through this part. Libraries, info, effects, you can add different effects in your video or your audio. You use them, transitions, all that, you'll find them in this effects window. Markers, you can change which colors your clips look like, what history, the things you've done. And then these arrows will also show you the same things that we've been through here, project, media browser, just in case there are many windows open at this part. So I'll go back to the project window. This is what I want to show you right now because it's what's most important at the moment. So when you're here, you want to go straight to import media to start. You see, actually the software itself shows you the direction, import media to start. So this section aside, we have the tools section. These tools will do different functions. There is the selection tool, there is the track select forward tool, repo edit tool, razor tool, slip tool, pen tool, there is the hand tool, then the type tool. So you see, whenever I come, I'm not clicking on these tools, but whenever I come and I point on that tool, it will show me the name of the tool, and then on the side it will show me a letter. That letter means that's the shortcut on the keyboard that will activate that specific tool. So the other windows, you'll see most of them, they are not showing anything right now, just because we have not yet started. So I'll show you something else. Up here we have the learning, assembly, editing, color, effects, audio, graphics, libraries. And then when you go here, you will see. So these are the different workspaces. So you can choose a workspace for learning. It will be like this, and a workspace for assembly, where you just want to arrange your clips. And then editing, it will be like this, and actually we were in that for editing, I guess. There is that one for color, where you will choose different colors for your clips, you balance them out. There is that one for effects, when you've finished editing and you feel like you want to give the effects part a lot of time, so you want to minimize the space such that it's more suitable for you to be doing effects. And there is one for audio, where you want to clean your sound, mix it a little. Of course, it's not going to be that much of the way you see them in maybe Adobe Audition or other audio softwares, but then it will be giving you at least more functions to do with sound. So we were in color. I can still do editing in the color workspace. There's no issue with that. So I guess if I showed you most of those things, then I'll show you one last step, and then we get started. This thing here is, make sure you have to save your project before you go any further, because if you save it, then the software will find a location where it can always do its auto saves from. So that save function, you will find it in the files, in the file window. So we go to file, save. There are different options, but all of them we shall go on seeing what they do. So for now, I will just show you what we really need. So I'll go to file, save, and since I already chose a location last time when we were starting, so it automatically saves to that file that I chose. Then we go to the next part now, that's importing. So we have to import our clips, our footage, our audio file into the project. There are different ways of doing this. The first way is go to file, import, and then you'll come with that browser that shows you remember where we saved the folder we made. You come here and you import the folder. The thing about importing the folder that contains the project is that it will also try to import the project itself. So I don't want to do that, so I'll cancel that. I'll go back to File, Import. So you see, I'll import the footage and then command also the audio. So that's why I told you you need to create a different folder for the project such that you avoid that challenge. So now when I import, you see that stuff will come here. This is the footage folder and this is the audio track. So I will undo that and then show you another way of importing. So another way is just double clicking here and then I go to that folder. I'll choose the footage folder, then the audio file, and then I import. The third way, let me undo. Undo is Command Z on Mac and then Control Z on Windows. So another way, I'll just put here my software, go to the folder, I just drag and drop. So those are actually 3 ways of doing that. Quite a lot for doing the same thing. So I guess we are good at that part. So after importing, any change I make, I really like to save just in case anything happens. So I have my audio file, I have my footage, all of it in this. So mostly this part is where we want to create the timeline for our clips, the timeline that we are going to be editing on. And at this part, there are many ways of doing it, but the way I find that's more suitable is, since I shot most of these clips in the same setting, 30 frames per second, it's 2K, so all the clips are the same. So I'll just come to the first clip, then there are different menus here, new item, new bin. So I want to grab my clip and put it in a new item, and straight away I'll get a sequence that matches that clip. It's so important to make sure that you create a sequence that matches your clip exactly, such that all the dimensions of the clip you've shot are perfectly brought out in the project. All the frames you shot at, the dimensions, the clip will match perfectly, such that it doesn't disturb you when you're monitoring something wrong. You could import a clip into a wrong sequence and you will see the clip might be zoomed in or zoomed out, and then it will be giving you a very hard time to work with. So we've done 2 things in one step. By just dropping our clip in this new item, we've already created a timeline. Now you realize that there was nothing here. So if I do Command Z and I actually close that timeline, you realize they said drop media here to create sequencing. So still, if I drag and drop here, I will still create the sequencing of the same clip with the same properties. So that's very, very, very important. Very important. If you skip that step, it means that you create a sequence that doesn't match with your clip and you get a lot of issues there. So right away after that, we have to go to the next step. If we've finished creating our sequence, I can even remove this clip, and then I'll go and look for a master clip, like anything to do with a shot that we did, which will be like the guide, like a main shot of the artist performing. So there are different ways you can view your clips. Here they are in a list form, here they can be in thumbnail form, so you can really see that the clip you want, you will almost see you see how it looks like here, and then you choose it from there. So I like to go to the clips that are 3 minutes and above, because that's, I guess those will be performance shots, and then the short ones are just drop-in shots just to fill in. So I do this when I'm shooting, such that it doesn't disturb me in editing. So I look for a shot here. So I guess this. So when I double click in this clip, you find that it gives me another output in this part. This is called the source monitor. This will give you something straight from the bin, just for you to browse through it and look at what you, if you confirm that that's what you want, and then you can get this and take it straight to your timeline. Or still you can just drag this and take it to the timeline. But anyway you want, I'm going to show you a scheme that you can follow, such that you avoid more challenges as you work. So I guess this part, this method will be good. You double click on your clip such that it gives you a preview here, then you play through. So you feel like that clip is already, the artist is singing the song we are working with, so you confirm that that sound is there, and then you can choose to mark it from here. So I've marked that part on the beat. So we're going to our next part, which is syncing the audio of the clip to the original audio file. So I've marked that part, and I will come here and carry the whole of the file to the timeline. You see now it's there. Then I'll go to the audio track. I go back, double click it, and then also play this. Remember, I'm looking for that part I marked in the other clip, because that will be the beginning part. So if that is the part that I marked, by the time I bring this audio track here, it should be in sync. I have to just double check to see if it's the actual part I marked. I have my clip here. It will be here. It will show these signs that is the clip you've already used on the timeline. Then I'll go back. You see the marking is still there. So you see that if I pause it, it's around there. So I'll bring it, I remove this one. So this is where I marked. Like automatically it will be in sync just because I marked them on the beat. So you put the beat inside you and then you make the cut. That thing can be a little bit challenging, like getting it first time, but if you do more practice on it, it will be much more easier. So these controls, this is muting, this is the audio on the clip, and then I just mute it and I leave the original file. So I will lock it for now, just to sync more clips and more clips, the ones that I have to sync, and then after I will show you what you do next. So I'll play through in front to make sure that it was the right sync. So I guess that's it. So whenever I do something, I want to make sure that I do what? I save. Yeah. So I guess by now you know more things to do with the different things we've gone through. Saving is Command S. If you don't want to go all the way to file and save, is Command S. I guess this is already going a long way. I just have to stop here for now because we have already done mostly many things. So we're going to continue this in another video that I'll be giving you right away when I come back. Yeah, that was a great experience. I guess by now you know and you're well conversant with this software. You've seen most of the basics and you know how to open the software, how to launch it. You know how to create a new project in Premiere Pro. You know how to set the sequence for the given clips that you have. You know how to import the footage into your project, and you actually know how to save. So if you know most of those things, then you know how to work with the different tools, the pointing tool, the cutting tool, the resize tool, all those tools you've known how to check them, how to find them. And I guess at this moment, you're right to go to the next step. I really thank you for being such a great student of this. And I'm so grateful to see you in the next lesson. Let's catch up next time.